And as we push into October, consumers are already thinking about their holiday shopping list. There are plenty of potential challenges, of course, for consumers right now, like rising energy prices, higher borrowing costs, the resumption of student loan payments. But one estimate sees holiday spending poised to surge to its highest level ever. PwC releasing its 2023 holiday outlook, which shows almost 40% of consumers plan to spend more this year than they did last year. For more on this, we turn to PwC U.S. retail leader Kelly Pedersen. So, Kelly, talk to us about your survey and the trends you see this holidays.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me. Yeah, we were pleasantly surprised to see the confidence in the consumers this holiday season coming into it as part of the survey. So overall, their planned spending was up 7%. Compared to a year ago, we run the same survey every year. It was about flat to the previous year. So a really nice healthy increase. I mean, there's some different stories once you start peeling back the onion in terms of demographics, as well as what they're spending it on. But overall, I think it's a good sign for the retail environment.
Kelly, how much of this, and I don't even know if we can sort of tease this out, how much of this is because of higher prices versus people actually buying more things?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think overall, as I mentioned, the 7% increase in spending on holiday, and we break that out into three different areas. So we have gifts, entertainment, and travel. So I can tell you both gifts and entertainment, which are the areas that are likely the most affected by inflation, are up about 4% on last year versus travel is up 12%. So we're really seeing it, as a year of people getting out there and traveling for the holidays, in relatively big numbers. So if you think about our average inflation rate, I think last month it was close to that 4%, right? So if we think about both gifts and entertainment increases at 4%. I think that's also consistent with a lot of the retailers we work with. Is many are seeing some moderate sales increases, but most are not seeing an increase in the amount of units or the things that people are buying. And so I think it's consistent with what we're seeing. It's really higher prices that are carrying on into the economy.
And Kelly, who's doing the spending? When you do your survey work, is it men, women, young, old? What are the demographics?
Yeah, there's a couple of really interesting ones that came out. So I think one is you talk about men versus women. We ask the same questions every year, and for the most part, men and women have similar increases or are very in line with each other, maybe a couple of percentage off. This year we actually found women are spending a lot more than they did the previous year. So they were up 11%. Versus men were in the lower single digits. And so we're actually finding an interesting demographic shift in mindset this year. I think it's some speculation to what it could be. And a lot of people are calling this, the summer of the female between movies and concerts and things that are out there. But there definitely seems to be a lot of optimism, especially for female shoppers heading into the holiday season, which also has a lot of implications for businesses and retailers and how they think about it, because women inherently shop differently and prioritize some different things than men do. And then I think, to your question on, age demographics as well. Again, another really interesting story we're seeing out here is we found the Gen Z population, so those up to 17 to 25, up to 25 years old, saw the highest planned spend. So that was up 15%. Compared to baby boomers who are actually planning to spend 4% less this year than they did last year. So we're seeing this movement towards a younger generation of shoppers, and their willingness to spend more on the holiday season.